welcome to Frankie's DIY and More, the channel where you never know what you're going to get. So today what we're going to do is take a blue jean jacket, coat, whatever you want to call it, and we are going to change the looks of it. Didn't like the way it was, so we're just going to cut it and add some stuff to it. How about that? Let's get started. Okay, so I've got these curtains here, and I know everybody remembers the mauve and the blue era that everybody was doing there for a long time. Anyway, I've got these curtains, and I'm fixing to cut this lace off of the bottom, and then there is the tie backs, and so they've already are gathered and everything, so that's a plus. So I'm gonna remove that, and I'll have a lot of lace to work with. Okay, so I think I might have found something to put that lace on that I showed you, that blue lace that ruffles that come off of that curtain, that blue curtain. So I pulled this out of my closet, and it's like a jacket shirt. It's pretty long. It comes down past your knees. And I think what I'm going to do is attach some of that ruffle to the bottom and then around the cuffs. But before I do that, I think I'm going to cut the front of it up into a V shape so that ruffle is not going to be just all the way around the bottom. I don't want to be looking like Little House on the Prairie, but let's see how that works. So I've got it laid out on my table, and it's just round at the bottom and stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is take that lace and put it around the bottom like I said, but I'm going to cut this up on both sides like this right here, so it'll have like a V shape in the front, and that way it won't be so blousy at the bottom, I guess you would say. Okay, so I got it folded in half, and I'm going to take the ruler and I'm going to mark just past the pocket and probably up about this far. And so then it'll have a little lip on it and then come straight up. And I think that might work just fine. So I've got it laid out. And so I'm thinking what I'm going to do is start from here and just slice it up to here. So that will make it like going up to a V shape in the front. But this little piece right here, I think I'm going to have to cut it off. It was already on there. I don't know if you can see it. I still don't know if you can see. There you go. This piece right here. I think I'm going to have to cut that out because it's just not going to fit right. So I'm going to cut that off right now. I hope. I'll see. I guess I should put it right here. Whew, that's tough. To do a little saw in there. Alright, so I've got that cut. Did it cut into? It did, it did. Okay, so now what I'm going to have to do is just cut this off right here. And then I'll probably have to serge it. Where's my scissors? I'll just cut that rest of that off. Right there. Cut that off. And then there. Okay, so now it'll just be the ruffle in the back, and it'll be tapered toward the front, so it don't look like a round tent when we're through. So let me serge that off, and I will be right back with you. Okay. What happened was I had white thread on my machine. I started to go ahead and serge the bottom of this with the white thread, but I was afraid when it opened up you could see it, so I decided to change my thread, and when I did, lo and behold, I had trouble. So it took me 15 minutes to change my thread from white to blue, but here we go. Got it now. So I'm going to serge this all the way around. Until I get to the other side. And I'm going to have to serge this off because this was that piece that we cut off. And it's pretty thick. So I'm going to have to serge that off too. Alright, got past that. And when I get around to the other side, when I'm done, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so now if my jacket is open and you can see underneath of the other side, it won't look so bad now. I think it would probably not look so good if it was white, so that's why I changed it. So now let's put it on Sally B and see what we need to do. All right, so Sally B's sitting on my table here, and I've cut it up at an angle. I don't know if you can see the bottom or not, but it's longer than the top. So what we're going to do is take this blue fringe lace, whatever, and we are going to, I think I just might fold it under instead of lapping it over. And I think I'll start right here, and then I am going to pin it all the way around. Let's see, get my pins. It, and then we will get this pinned all the way around, but I don't know if maybe I need to cut this lace down some before I put it on there. I don't know if it's going to be like too big. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if that's going to be too much, or should I shorten it to right about there? I sort of think I should shorten it. I may take this back to my serging machine and just take about this much off of it. And I'm not much of a measurer. I just eyeball it. So I'm thinking about that much all the way around. And I think that might look better. I think I'll still keep this distance as a cuff. I think that distance will look okay for a cuff. So let me get this pinned all the way around and see what it looks like. You know, if it don't look too bad, we'll keep it. If not, then I'll unpin it and we'll cut it off. Okay, so Sally B is way up high on my table. I don't think she'll scoot down anymore. I need to see if it'll lower any. But anyway, it's a good thing she don't have a head, or it'd be chopped off. Okay, here we go. We've got the lace pinned on, and as you can see, it's short in the front and long in the back, but I don't know if I need to whack it off and just make that just a small ruffle. I can't tell. I guess I could sew it on, see what it looks like, try it on, and then I can always go back and serge it off, I guess. But anyway, it's tapers off in the back, right through there, like that, like so. So I guess we'll see. Okay, I've got a small, tiny craft room, and so I don't really have room for my sewing machine, so I've got the cabinet that I keep it in, and so, but the lighting is not good, so I don't have a blue bobbin, so I'm going to have to run one. But what I wanted to show you is my bobbin case. So if you have any of these laying around, they make perfect. They'll hold 2 bobbins a piece. Well, I say a 2. I don't think I got 2 in any of them. There we go. They'll hold 2 a piece, and it works great for your bobbins. But unfortunately, I do not have a blue one, and I'm going to have to spin one. Okay, this is a raw edge right here, and so I am going to zigzag this because I don't have serger thread that color. My serger thread that I had on there was navy blue, so I'm going to zigzag this so we can get started here right quick. too. Guess I should lower my stitches. Okay, now I don't think that's going to come unravel. I need to clip my strings, but anyway, that's the same color thread. So now I can start. I'm going to fold that under anyway. So I'm going to start right here. Put that under my presser foot, and I am just going to fold it down just a smidget. Like I said, I don't do much measuring, so a smidget is that right there. And I'm going to use this as my guideline. This bottom, no, I guess I'll use the top. Oops, I don't need to, let's don't do that. Oops. Okay, boo-boo. Straight stitch. Alrighty, and we're off. And we're going to just use this as a guideline. I'm going to use the same stitch going down through here. And hopefully that won't be too noticeable, but hey, how's anybody going to see anything down that far, right? So I'm going to go all the way around, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I get through. Okay, so we've made it to the end right here. So what I'm going to have to do is, I've got quite a bit of this left. So what I'm fixing to do is whack that off. And, alright, let me turn it around a little bit so I can figure out where I need to whack it. Oops, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to go up to here. Which that might be too much, I don't know. Alright. So, I need to stop right here right quick. Back stitching it. And then I need to do this one the same way I did the other one a while ago. Cut my thread. And we need to give it a zigzag. Well, of course, I broke my thread. Be right back. Okay, fix my thread. I made one little stitch down, so we'll do the other side real quick. Okay, now that's going to ensure it's not going to ravel. Now we're going to put it back under my presser foot. Alright, here we go. Pick up where we left off. Oops. Alright. And we're going to fold that under like we did the other side. And take off. Alright. Alrighty. So we're going to put it back on Sally B and see what we got. I may stitch that down. I don't know. I could just press it. We'll see. Okay, so I got the bottom lace on, and I didn't button it up all the way, but you can see, you know, it matches pretty good. And let's see, there is the mirror. There's the back of it. I don't think that looks too bad. I sort of like it. So now I'm going to work on these sleeves right here, and I'm gonna put some of that lace on the sleeves, and she'll have like a bell bottom. Sally B is a whole lot smaller than me, so it's gonna fit me. It doesn't really fit her. Okay, so I've got my jacket, shirt, whatever you want to call it, long shirt, jacket. I've got it on my table, got it on my cutting board, and I've got the shoulder seams lined up. But I have already been wearing this, and so I already know the length that I like. So I'm just going to whack those off right through here, and I'll show you what I got. Just a second. So I'm just going to do one sleeve at a time. And I know I need to undo that. So there's that one. And this is where I'm going to cut this one. Okay. It's just a little mark for me to go by. Now let me unfold them a little bit. Now I got a clean shot there. And that's where we're going to whack it off at. Yay, done. Almost. Okay, now let me get this one. I will unravel that one a little bit. Of course, we always save our scraps. You never know what we're going to use that for. And here we go. Okay, now, well, snap. My blade must be getting dull. Okay, I'm going to take it to my serging machine, and I'm going to serge it around just like I did the bottom of this one right here. So that way, if you see under it or something, it won't have no raw edges. Okay, so now I've got my little edges done. I've serged around them so they won't have any raw edges. And now I'm going to take this, and we're going to have some bell sleeves there. I think that's going to look cute. And I will measure that. Well, I say I measure, you know I don't measure much. Go around, and then right here, well, okay. So that's not gathered, so I know it needs to be right about there. So what I'm going to do is cut that off, serge that together, turn it inside out like this, and sew it. I'll show you. Okay, so I took that to my serging machine and I serged it together right here. So that's the inside of it right there. And I have pinned it on both sides. We're going to start with the seam here and the seam up and under the underarm right through there. And I'm going to go to my machine and I'm going to sew all the way around it. Be back in a flash. Okay, I've got both of the sleeves sewed together so they're round. They're ready to go on the sleeve. I've got them over my arm on my machine, and I'm starting with the seams. Line the seams up, and I'm gonna go over that needle. Looks like I'm gonna go all the way around, and then to secure them, and I will do both sides. I'm trying to get them around here. There we go. It's working out fine now. I can unpin this one, and then I can finish going all the way around it. When I get this one done, I'll be done. So, I'll finish going all the way around, and then I'll show you what I got. Okay, I've decided I'm going to do 2 rows because it does have 2 rows of stitching right here. So I'm going to follow this one around as well, and that way it'll be real secure under here because it looks like I had a little extra. So once I go around again on this second row, then it'll really be secure. I don't want to be somewhere my sleeve fall off. I don't know if you can, I'm a little short and I can't get that far back because my room is not that big. But anyway, I have the sleeves on, if you can see, and I'm trying to tiptoe so you can see the ruffles on the bottom. I think it turned out fairly well. So I like it. I don't know if you can't see the back, but maybe I can stand up on this stool. I hope I don't fall. Okay, so now you can see the back. So I hope I don't fall. Anyway, that's the back of it. It's got that angle to it. And I sort of like it. Gives it a little pizzazz. All I need is a little pin or something right here, and I think I'll be set. Excuse my mess. Sally B says thank you. Hey, always keep in mind that none of us are alike. Nobody likes everything everybody does. But to each their own. If God made everybody the same, wouldn't it be boring? So this is some of the stuff I like. You may not like it, but here we go.